What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the show. I wanted to make a quick video. First off, thanking all of you guys for asking me questions and showing the love, liking the content, subscribing, and reviewing. So I want to give back as much as I can. Ooh, here's my voice. I want to give back and talk about some of the responses and questions. Oscar Sanchez, thanks, man. You've been with me for a little while. He mentioned, for me, the hardest part is discipline. I have discipline, but it can be inconsistent because my heart is corrupted by my hopes and dreams. The problem is we're human beings, and humans are very just unstable and inconsistent. The battle with yourself never ends. And I agree to that. I mean, I actually said that's good insight, and thanks for understanding. It can be frustrating and discipline in a lot of aspects of my life. Like, I'm disciplined, but trading, it's very difficult. And I think it's because it is tied to our hopes and dreams. You know, we want to trade because we want to, maybe you want to escape your 9 to 5, okay? Maybe you want to, buy a new house. Maybe you want to, take your family on a trip. Whatever it is, that is a good goal, right? It made you go and seek something to be successful at. So it's not a bad thing. It's just sometimes we get so lost in that we use that as our driver in terms of we don't want to get away from it. Like, we don't want to lose the opportunity for that. At least for me, like, I was so focused on I want to be successful at trading to where, and now at this point, I just want to be consistent at trading to where I don't care what the money is. I just love trading. So at first it was like, I want to make, 2, 3, 4, 800,000, whatever it was. And so every loss was the opposite direction. And that's when it can be that the goal is a negative, right? So thanks, Oscar, for sharing that. Joey Huerta, good friend of mine. Thanks for following the series, my man. He just said, look, I'm excited to follow. JB, love these reality videos. Keep up the good work. I feel you so much on this. Thanks, JB. Man, you've been there for a while, so I appreciate it, man. Zinjin Gao, I apologize if I mispronounced the name, but thanks. You mentioned thanks. I'm excited to learn about your journey. I'm excited to learn about you guys. So just keep writing. I appreciate it. And you've been with me for a while too, so I really appreciate that. Louis Marmolejo Joe, man, I'm just horrible at pronouncing names, so I apologize, but I'm going to keep making more, my friend. You said hope to see more soon. I will. I'm going to continue this. I hope you see this one. Ricky Mahajan. He said, if you need to, feel free to DM me on Discord. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate that. And, if anything, I love that you guys are interacting with me, so I appreciate it, my friend. You also said, keep it up. We'll all go through this. Release some pressure from trading and focus on getting a job. As you said, then go back and simple focus on good trading. When you focus on good trading versus making money, good things start to happen. And I couldn't agree more. When you focus on good trading, good things happen. Like, focus on the process, not the profits. And on my Twitter, I've been trying to say, PDT mindset. And I think that's so important. I think I had a talk with Brian Lee Trades on a previous episode, who's a successful trader. Most of you probably already know him on Twitter at Brian Lee Trades. But what I will tell you is, he didn't agree with me, but for me, I do believe this. And that is, I think the PDT is probably beneficial, at least for me it is. Because a lot of these successful traders that I look up to, that I see, like Roland Wolf, Tim Grittani, and there's tons out there, Mike Huddy, and so forth. They were under PDT before they became successful, and they had to grind their way up. For me, I just threw a lot of money in there to get out of it right away, and I didn't have that, that cage or that law that I had to only take 3 trades or 6, because most of them all open to brokers. And so because of that, I didn't have to be as picky. So when I type in PDT mindset, I'm trying to trade like I am under the PDT. Because if I can keep doing that, then I can limit my trades and only trade the best. And that's what I want to do. So I'm hoping maybe that can help you guys, but that's helping me right now. And so I just wanted to share that. JB again, crowded trades, especially under $2, stay out of them. I learned this lesson many times. He was mentioned to a video I got destroyed on an AIHS. It's a video I posted about just how I got murdered because I didn't follow any of my rules. And normally you're right, man. It's safe to stay away from them. But actually my biggest trades this past week were because of them. And it's because when you find what works for you within that madness, like a pattern, a strategy, a psychology, as long as you trade that plan, it will work. I mean, one of my best setups is on a micro float. It's one of my highest odds setups that I make a great return on. And so at first I would ignore those all day, never touch them. But then I saw them all the time. And so I would rewatch them. I would take pictures of them on the charts. And I started to see a pattern, especially in the afternoon. In the morning, I'm still scared of those, although I'm starting to see something. And in my one trade recap, CGIX, which should be posted by the time this video airs, I actually talk about how I practice a trade on small size, and it was a micro flow in the morning, and it worked. And I mean, they're not always going to work, but it did. Omar, really good video, brother. I'm in college at the moment, and I'm seriously considering signing up to the silver package. He's talking about a review I do. I do reviews on other subscriptions out there because I've fortunately had the ability to pay for all these programs to learn from these different types of gurus, and so I made reviews on the ones that I have done. And can't afford the challenge yet, but want to build a foundation with the silver subscription. Cool, man. Good luck to you. I wish I've discovered this in college. Who knows where I'd be, but at the same time, everyone's journey is their own. Slim Shady, what's up, man? Thanks for always posting. I really appreciate it, my man. You say great video. Can you make a video on going long versus short? The pros and cons of each. So I'll just talk to you right now. Like for me, short selling is the go-to. I love it. It is, I see it very clearly. It's a lot. It makes sense to me, right? Because for short selling, there's always, I don't know, like I feel like there's a clear top when it's set. For longs, support to me is very rocky. And every time I buy long, it's usually, if I buy long and I announce it, you should probably short it. But the problem is, like, when I cover a position, I should go long there because most of the times when I cover, it goes up. And so that's something that I'm learning that maybe I should just cover and switch my position, but I'm not ready for that. But what I will say is for me, shorting is the best thing for me. It just comes down to what you're comfortable with. Longing, I'm doing only on my paper account because I am not comfortable with it and I suck at it. So I'm working at it. Although my swing trade with Disney worked out really well, and that was a real money account. That was like a 401k trade where I bought it at 132, sold it at 139, pretty much 140, and then it went up to 150 something. If you look at it now, it's ridiculous, but that was part of my plan, and I wanted to sell on a big pop, not in the 140s. I actually went to sell near the highs, but when it popped in one day to 140, I had to take profits, and I was hoping for a dip and then dip. So, when it comes to, multiple day swing, a multiple day swing or week like that was for me, then I'm open to longing and not shorting. But it just depends on where you're comfortable with. Day trading, I hate longing. And then DUI, Trung, I apologize, man. You said, love to hear your emotion, psychology, reaction. Thanks, man. It's hard to be comfortable with, I'm talking to a camera, for God's sakes, but I appreciate that because it was really hard for me to start this series because I wanted to start it. Don't get me wrong. I've been wanting to do this for a long time. I wish I recorded when I first started because you would have seen some just horrible moments. I mean, I went through some hard times, and I'm so happy I've learned so much from that, but I was scared to do this because I didn't want judgment. I didn't want to be like, oh, this guy's not successful. Why would I listen to him? And look, I'm not here to teach people, but I am here. I believe I have something that I can help with in some way, right? So I appreciate you saying that, man. I really do. That means a lot. CB, nice video tip. Also, you gave me a tip. Include some charts when you talk about the trades so it's easier to follow. Great tip. And I'm going to do that moving forward when I do trade reviews and I'm doing a podcast. So I'll just basically say, on the show, I'm showing the chart on my YouTube. So I appreciate that. I will do that. It's a good point. And Denys, Denys, could you make a video about Mad As? I can't, because I'd never even experienced how Mad As trades. I don't even know. I never subscribed, so I don't know. And I did look at him once, and it looked like he's more of like a quick in and out, like maybe like in a minute scalper kind of trader, and that's not for me. So I no, I'm not talking down on that to him, but I am saying that I just never was interested, so I don't know. I can't give you a review. Which broker do you find is the best for finding shares to borrow? From Some Shady. Last question before I wrap this up. That's going to be, for me, Cobra Trader. Love those guys. They're based here in Plano, I believe, Plano, Texas. Great group of guys. Borrows are usually always there, the cheap. And then Trade Zero, I like them. I just closed the account though because I want to just focus on one account. And Trade Zero though, they usually have shares for everything, but they're usually a little higher in price compared to Cobra. And so for that reason, I just completely with Cobra. But hey man, I just hope this video, I really want to make this to say thank you. Thank you all for being part of the show, asking questions. Thanks a lot. I really appreciate this. So hope this is some good payback. And other than that, thanks again. Make sure to subscribe, like, and share this with your friends and family. And good luck on your journey. And I want to stay in touch with all of you because this is not an easy road. It's difficult. But I know it is something, especially if you're doing it, you have a lot of passion for it like me. And that we're not going to give up. So thanks, guys.